Welcome to Coxie's Picks. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Coxie's Picks, and today, thanks to big help from Chris Capune, we've got the ASP Edge to have a quick look at and see how effective it is. I wanted to get hold of the Edge because of something that I thought might be useful against hinged cuffs. However, having received it, I noticed that there's a slight disparity between the key blades. Now this might be because, let me just get the sharp things out of the way. You get two knives and a screwdriver like a normal Swiss Army knife, but the bit I was more interested in was this and the fact that it stays open at the 90 degrees, which I thought would be darn useful when looking at hinged cuffs. So you can see that the blades are automatically a lot smaller. Now I think that's because they were trying to make their version of a universal key. It's not the same dimensions as ASP, in fact quite the opposite. It is half height, and so therefore you would have a little bit of an issue with some cuffs, in particular TCH and Hayat, mainly because, as you can just see as I put the Parker pen there, you can see there's a ridge, and that's because the triple pulls might clip. So just to give you an example of that, we've got, here's one I prepared earlier, a set of TCH. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set the double lock, and as we go through you'll see that the double lock is no problem, but it might take, first time, right, it might take a couple of goes, and that's because as you're rocking in, so let's see if I can get it not to go, you know, when you do everything off camera, no, it's still going, there we go, it locks out and then nothing happens, right. The problem is that with the triple pull, you can see from the actual bitting, so I'll try and get this in frame so you can see, there we go, right, you can see that it's not going to catch all three and it might bounce between, so it's a fine point where you're getting in between. So moving on from there, what I did want to do is I wanted to show some cuffs, and we're going to go through the hinged and see if it works. So Alcyon hinged, very stiff keyway, however operates no problem. Then we go on to Vipertech, which is the clone of the M300 from Smith & Wesson. Absolutely zero issue. Naturally, it's an ASP product, so I thought it would only be fair to go against an ASP. So, ASP 200s. Correction, I lie like hairy eggs. This isn't the 200s, this is the 500s, which is the updated spec one. Same mechanism though. Chicago. And what we'll do here is we'll stop and pause for a second and realise that this is a split double lock. So will it be able to do both bars? Yes. So there we are, no problem there. Moving on, we've now got the ones that I was more interested in, which is the 801 series from Peerless. It's very stiff to rotate round, and that's because you've got such a small keyway, but it does get the job done. And then an actual pair of Smith & Wesson 300s, which what we'll do is we'll set the double lock on these ones, and as you can see we're in, but we can't rotate. And there we go. So we've managed to wiggle our way through, and it's that little tiny gap at the end that just causes us the problem. We've now got the double lock done and away. So like I was saying with the TCH, oh, there we go. It is a little bit stiff to get in and out. It's not an exact Smith & Wesson key, so that's why you're going to have the issues, same as it's not an exact Peerless key. And now we've got the finale, which is the 850Cs. Alright, over it goes. Perfect. Just a little bit stiff to get round and function. So, the big question I was asking myself is, keyholes up, does the ASP Edge with a 90-degree bend help or hinder? Well, there's only one way to find out. I think we need to go over there, put on the point of view camera, and either have a laugh or a cheer as I go for the 850Cs and the ASP Edge. Let's see how I do. Okay, here we go, 850Cs, and we're going to go with keyhole up the arm, so it's going to be like that. Alright, so here we go, first one on, and what I'll do is, just in case it's too tricky, is I will set the double lock. Now, there we are, so double lock on and engaged. And then try and find the hole. There we go, double lock, engaged. Okay, so we've got the ASP Edge, and what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and use that 90 degrees to reach over and actually snare the keyway. So bear with me. We're going in. Okay, so we're in. The first thing we need to do is get rid of that double lock. So we're going to go this way round. And as you can see straight away, we've hit an issue. So we're going to use my arm just to nudge it round. Back across this way. If I wasn't wearing a watch, it would be a lot quicker. And just tuck it past my watch. So over, there we go, it's dropped into play. Use my arm, and there we are out of the 850Cs. So now we can just easily remove the other side. So let's go back over to the desk and give our final thoughts. So welcome back, and what do I think of the ASP Edge? Well, it is very useful against hinged. Absolutely fantastic. It's also got an exceptionally good blade selection as well. So would I recommend it? Yes. Would I be aware of its limitations? Oh hell yeah, definitely don't try and put any high security cuffs against it. But there we go. So thank you very much, Chris. Massive thank you, and thank you very much guys for watching. Sorry it was a long one, but hey, stay safe and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.